Right, welcome back to another video on the channel. So I've got my match reaction to Man City 1, Chelsea 1, a point away from home at the Etihad against obviously last season's treble winners and title chasers Man City. Pretty decent result, I think. What do you think? Let's get into it. So the result, what I do think is a bit of a big point for us. I mean, if you told me 1-1 before the game, I would have 100% have taken it. It's honestly a bit disappointing the fashion in which it came in, them scoring the 83rd minute, but it did almost feel like it was inevitable. It doesn't make it feel any better. Yeah, I would definitely have taken the point before the game. Team-wise, it was Cobble in for Silva and Sterling for Madueke. So a team I still think was very strong. And I think it did show because we played really well in my opinion. If you look at the match stats, you'd think we got dominated. And I guess you could say second half we definitely did. But I thought we played great, especially in that first half. I mean, overall, it was a brilliant defensive performance. We frustrated and kept a lot of their attackers quiet. Some people may say we were lucky because obviously Haaland has missed chances. He had about 3 chances he probably should have scored. But that's a part of the game. I think, as I said, first half especially, we had them on the ropes with the counter-attack at times. And the first half, once again, we were down on the stats, but I think we were the better team. We went into the break 1 up. I feel like our attacks seem to be more dangerous than City's. City's, were probably more constant, maybe barrages of attacks. You know, they had it in our third quite a lot. But when we actually looked to go forward, I do think we looked sharper and better, I think. Second half, we did go out and try to be a little more defensive. We were defensive and counter-focused first half, but I think we looked to sit back a lot more in the second half and eventually even went to back 5 when Chalobah came on. And some people have criticised our game management yesterday. You can see why. It's something I highlighted as an issue a few months ago and a lot of people thought the same yesterday. I mean, you can understand why we looked to sit back and create a low block fully. But what we did in the first half worked so well, and as the game went on, we did sort of keep them from scoring. City would have naturally opened up anyway, or obviously could have helped our counter more. And you look at the way City looked to press, it definitely helped us going forward a lot more. It left us an option down their right hand side to play the long ball over the top because Ake was forced to go forward. So they were already naturally quite opened up City, maybe more than they usually would. And with them having to push for an equaliser, it could have came so much more open. So it's a bit annoying, I guess you could say, but we took pretty much all of our attacking players. So you look, Palmer came off, Sterling came off, Jackson eventually came off a bit later. We took a lot of attacking prowess off for defensive money. I can see both sides of the coins because you want to sit back, you want to just try to defend that result, but sitting back does just allow City to put that pressure on. It almost made the goal inevitable because from that point, we'd take it up the pitch every now and then, but we'd never really come to much. When it was, it was pretty much City, attack. I mean, it was like eventually they are going to score one of these goals. Meanwhile, how we played in the first half, we were still having a chance about every 10 minutes, or we were still causing City problems and maybe a bit of room for thought. So I do understand both sides of the coins and why people are annoyed at Pochettino for going very defensive in that second half straight away, but also do understand why we did do that. It's a tricky one, but I would like to just push a bit more, but you've got to be so careful in a day. I mean, you can't forget we're playing Man City here, and it was a very, very good defensive performance. I mean, look, they got, I wouldn't say a lucky goal because it was constantly all them, especially that second half. But it was deflected. It was maybe a bit unlucky on our behalf. I do think, but I do think that defensive performance, it was one of the best I've seen. Honestly, it was brilliant. I know this, obviously last season we had a pretty good defensive record. I know this season some doubts have started to creep on about our defence. We maybe had a few more players move on from it. It's been very unexperienced defence at times. A lot of players out of position. It has brought doubts into our defence. But that was one of the best performances I've seen defensively, pretty much in any team, I think, probably this season, let alone a Chelsea team in a very long time. So, yeah, I can't take anything away from that defensive performance. Man City tried to claim a few scabby pens, but neither should have and weren't given by the ref and VAR. I mean, one was Walker coming in from behind of Sterling, putting his foot across, and it got given a foul. Sterling 100% correct. I mean, Walker's trying to create the contact. Walker has created the contact there, and he's whining like he did otherwise. Should have been a booking descent. I mean, What's the difference between that and a player just throwing their arm out? I mean, it's childish the way he acted after that. He knows what he's done, and he's acting like a child about it. Yeah, that one wasn't a pen for me, and the handball one, I'm sorry, but if that's a pen, I think City were even lucky to have VAR look at that for about 4 minutes, where they did. Never a pen. Absolutely never a pen. And obviously, we're lucky that neither of them got given. So, but unlucky neither of them got given. Rightfully, none of them got given. But you do know what they can be like sometimes. I mean, we all saw the first game. I think City got a bit of a lucky/controversial pen in that, where it was Kufa and Haaland, weren't it? So, yeah, I don't think any of City's claims for a pen were right. And yeah, it was quite good to see Roger crying in the interview after the match. But yeah, I'm happy with the point and the performance. I think the squad and the team can hold their head up as a high. Obviously, we've got the cup final next week. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, I think we should be high and confident going into that. And yeah, it's all eyes on that cup final now. So on to player ratings. Petrovic gave a 7. Made some really high quality saves. Petrovic, massive part of our defensive performance. Can't complain. Gusto 8. Gusto looked really good again. The only thing I'd say is sometimes he maybe gave the ball away too easily going forward. But yeah, absolutely brilliant from Gusto yet again. And he seems to get some mainstream recognition now as well. It was good to see, because he definitely deserves it, because he's put in some very, very good performances for us this season. Axel Disasi, 9. One of the best defensive performances I've seen in ages. Absolutely unbelievable, absolute rocking defence. I think it was 16 clearances he made. There was clearances, there was blocks off the line, tackles, everything. One of the best defensive performances I've seen in a long time from Max. And, Axel Disasi, I think someone deserves that. And against this City team as well. Yeah, 9 with Disasi. Levi Colwill is an 8 for me. Once again, really solid from Colwill. Looked really good in his natural position finally. Looked really good alongside Disasi. So yeah, 8 for Colwill for me. Ben Chilwell, 7.5. I've been a bit critical of Chilwell recently. I don't think he had a brilliant season. I think, obviously, the start of the season playing out of position, I didn't blame him for that. But I do think, apart from that game against Middlesbrough, I think he's been probably below average. But last night he was brilliant, 7.5 for Chilwell. Really impressive Chilwell performance, kept Foden quiet, defended really well, looked good at going forward. So yeah, 7.5 for Chilwell. So I can't really complain with that performance from Chilwell. Really good, and I'm happy to see, because I like being Chilwell, so I'm happy to see him put in a performance like that. Caicedo, 7.5. Really good from Caicedo again. I think he won the most duels out of everyone on the pitch. He just constantly looks like he's getting better. Great to see. Maybe still not getting as much recognition as he deserves, I think, from our fan base gives him quite a lot of recognition, but from others. But at the end of the day, what does that really matter? As long as you're putting the performances in, which he is, eventually you'll get recognised. And alongside him, Enzo, 7. Decent performance from Enzo. Palmer at 7.5. Came off in the 71st minute. I would have kept on a bit longer, because I think he did really good, Palmer. I mean, he was sending City pairs left, right and centre. He was creating a lot, did a big part in the build-up to the first goal. So I think Palmer looked really good, 7.5. Gallagher, 7.5 as well. Looked really good, Gallagher. I think he ended up running like 12.9k in the end or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous amount from running. So really good for Palmer again, 7.5. Sterling, 8.5. Got the goal, really well taken goal. I did originally think he did too much of it, but he sent Cole Walker perfectly, and it was a really good finish as well. Did have a chance before we pushed on a little bit there but overall, Sterling, 8.5, really good performance. Once again, came off quite early, came off about an hour in. So another player who had a lot of doubts with him, a lot of fans haven't been too keen on him. But I said this about him, these last 2 seasons, he scored goals for us when it matters the most, and that was one of those games. So you can't really knock him for that. Jackson, last of the starters, I'm going to go over 7. Looked really good. I mean, the thing he did in the build-up to that first goal was really good. Flicked it off to Palmer, received it back, and then put in a brilliant cross to Sterling. So yeah, another really solid performance of Jackson. Did have a chance to push and done better with. Well, I think definitely should have done better with. But overall, I think he caused City problems. So yeah, 7 for Jackson. On to the subs, Nkunku, 6. Came on for Sterling about an hour in. I mean, he missed a chance. Apart from that, he wasn't involved as much as he would have liked. But can you really blame him for that when he came on while we were playing the complete low block? No, so yeah, 6 was Nkunku. Chalobah, first of great to have Chalobah back. Came on, we switched to back 5. I'm going to give him 6.5. Looks like he's made a massive block for us. late on to put out for a corner. And yeah, overall it pretty solid, 6.5. And ultimately Cesar Caste can give a 6. I mean, he only came on with like 10 minutes left, so it's hard to judge. So yeah, 6 for Caste. So yeah, that is it for today then. So a point I'm relatively happy with. You know, obviously it's always annoying to concede with like 10 minutes left, but it's just, that's part of the game, you've got to deal with it. A point away to City is decent. I said before the game, 100% I took it, so yeah, we move on. Now it's all others in that cup final. I know I mentioned it a few times today, but I am really looking forward to it. Obviously nervous as well, but I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you.